him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-magob, it is time for the only news that matters. And remember the days when every rock anthem climaxed into a blistering guitar solo that sent shivers down your spine? Well, Metallica's KIRK Hammett has an opinion that might leave some shredders out there feeling a little deflated. In an interview with UK's Total Guitar magazine, he declared that guitar solos, while beloved by fellow musicians, are a fading relic for the average listener. He says people are not going to remember a great guitar solo. I hate to say it to you all, readers out there. They will remember a great melody. They will remember a great song. And I'm not talking about musicians. Yeah, musicians will remember a great guitar solo. But non-musicians who are, the majority of the listeners, out there, are not going to remember a guitar solo. Yeah, they are going to remember a great melody, and there's really going to remember a great song, especially a song that's going to bring them to a different place from where they were 5 minutes previously. This isn't just a casual opinion. It's a philosophy deeply woven in Hammett's musical DNA. He recalls starting his songwriting journey with John Marshall, former guitar tech and filling Metallica guitars, and was in Metal Church, at the tender age of 15, inspired by songs driven by giants like Kiss, Aerosmith, and Van Halen. He said, I figured it all out when I was 15 years old. John Marshall and myself had literally been playing guitar for 6 months when I said to him, we need to start writing tunes. Look at Kiss. They write their own songs, and Aerosmith and Van Halen. So John and I started writing music, and it was a lot of crap, but it was something. He went on to say, I wanted the solos to be more 70s rock solo in a nutshell, Angus Young, and because I love Angus's groove, and over the last couple of years or so, I found a bigger appreciation of his playing because Angus always played for the song. Some of the songs are crazy and wacky and out there, but they always have, in that context of the song, it never ever sounded like Angus worked anything out. It sounded like he just went in there and went for it, and so that's what I did on 72 Seasons. I had to do it this way because it's how I felt inside. I wanted a spontaneity. I didn't want picture-perfect solos because some of my favorite players' solos were kind of ragtag, and I love that. So there you go. And I happen to agree with KIRK Hammett. I'll tell you, and this even started like 10 years ago or something. No, over 10 years ago. When Judas Priest had their bullshit farewell tour, Zakk Wylde opened. And Zakk Wylde did way too many guitar solos. Even I, that love guitar solos, was kind of burnt out on, dude, come on, chill out. Play some songs instead of your solos, You don't have to do a solo 20 times when you're an opening act. And all my friends back then that were younger than me, they just didn't like it at all as far as guitar solos to them didn't really matter, so the Guitar Hero, I mean, come on, where's the Guitar Heroes? You're going to tell me Nuno Bettencourt and that dude from White Lion are Guitar Heroes? Nah. A Guitar Hero is something like Edward Van Halen, like somebody that changed the world and is part of pop culture. And we haven't had a Guitar Hero part of pop culture forever. Eddie Van Halen definitely was part of pop culture. Watch the blockbuster hit of 1985, Back to the Future, there's a scene where, you know, the guy takes a cassette that says Van Halen on it, puts it in the Walkman, and pretends that, you know, brings up Eddie Van Halen. And by the way, that is Eddie Van Halen in the movie playing that guitar solo. But either way, that is Eddie Van Halen. People knew who Eddie Van Halen was. Non-rock fans, people that didn't like Van Halen, knew who Eddie Van Halen was. And it's just, you know, we've had some similar, you know, trying to grab that ring, but just didn't get there. Like, we have like Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, you know, John Petrucci. But these are people that are known by musicians, not by the masses, you know. So guitar solos, it's a shame, because I will always love an awesome guitar solo. And Kurt, in my opinion, has recorded quite a few killer solos. My personal favorite is what he did on Creeping Death. But yeah, I mean, people like Frank Marino, you know, I highly recommend The Power of Rock and Roll. And listen to the song, Ain't Dead Yet. If you dig guitar solos, you need to listen to the song, Ain't Dead Yet. And you're welcome in advance, because that to me is like the greatest guitar solo ever caught on tape. You know, I just can't get enough of, you know, millions of guitar players. But what I like is not popular anymore, and I'm fine with that. It's good. I'm very proud that the music I grew up on lasted longer than most music. You know, it's like decades and decades of metal, you know, live strong, and rock and roll, good rock and roll. And now it's just like, my God, find me a new band that could headline a festival. You can't. Every band that headlines a festival has got to be like at least 15 to 20 years around. There's nothing new that would headline a festival. And, you know, and there are, you know, exceptions. Ghost and stuff can, you know, play a half an arena and stuff, but you know, for the most part, our music had the longest life, but it's dead. I mean, it's all about, you know, techno or what is it? You know, hip hop. But, you know, that techno music where people they have this festival down here in Miami. I can't remember the name of it. I've never been to one, obviously. I would never go there. But it's one of these places where, like, thousands and thousands and thousands of people from all around the world come down for this festival. And it's not no band playing. It's a guy up there with a turntable. That's today's music. That's popular today. You know, with the young people. And let the young people enjoy their stuff, because when I was growing up, I had people tell me, what you like is garbage. You need to listen to Moby Grape and Grateful Dead. You know, and I don't want to be one of those people. You know, I say, all the little kids out there, enjoy your little techno crap and take your ecstasy and bug out, man. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I'll still be playing my music, whether it's popular or not. I look into new bands. There's a lot of great Canadian bands that I love, which is the new wave of traditional metal, which it sounds like the old stuff, which means I can't grow and listen to different types of music that is new anymore. I gotta listen to the type of music I love from newer bands that are doing it great, like Traveler and Riot City, Midnight Priest. I mean, I can go on and on about all these killer new metal bands that are out there that they don't sell anything, and they, you know, people that'll fly around the world to come see that techno crap in Miami would never, ever, ever bother listening to Traveler or stuff like that, you know? That stuff's for me. And it's a shame, yes, it's a shame, but at the same time, man, that's life. Life is, you know, music changes. The popularity changes for each generation. And it took more than a few generations to, you know, to make this rock and metal die down, you know? But it's always going to live in my heart. I don't care about the masses. It'd be nice if these guys can earn a great living, because most of them go out there, tour, come back and do a, you know, like a regular 9 to 5 to make ends meet. That's a shame. I wish that would change for them. But hey, man, that's the world we live in. But hey, what do you all think? Are you sick of guitar solos, or would you like a nice guitar solo in just about every song? For me, I like to hear guitar solos in every song, unless the song doesn't call for it. Then, you know, I can give it a pass. But I love guitar solos as long as it's done right. And yeah, nobody's going to remember a good guitar solo, like Kirk said, except for me and people like me that lived the life of, you know, loving guitar solos. And the rest of you that can't get into guitar solos, what can I say except get off my lawn? So thank you so much for watching the only news that matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and ring that little notification bell and tell me what you think in the comments below. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.